Well, hello and welcome to another RiderCamTV video in a different setting today.
Look at that.
Because it's tipping down. So we found this place to sneak in to do a recording on my Barney.
We've found a bunker, haven't we?
We have. This is my 2015 BMW R1200 RTP. This is the ex-police one. It was owned by, I think it was Warwickshire Police or somewhere like that. Owned by the police. I'm only the second owner. And it's done, how many miles has it done? Let's have a look. Dun, dun, dun. Look at all those beautiful dials. 45,315 miles, and it rides like it's just come out of the showroom. It was so well looked after, even the police officer that rode this bike, when it was in service, sent me pictures of him riding it and said, if ever you sell it, get hold of me. The day has come that I'm going to be selling Barney. But I got hold of him, but he's just bought another bike, so he can't afford to buy this one. But this has been an exceptional bike, and I've had it for 2.5, 3 years, something like that. Must be coming up to 3 years now. And I got it on 38,000 miles. So I've done 7,000 miles on it. I've taken it to Spain and Portugal, and it's not missed a beat.
It's gunfire, mate.
Yeah. It's not even missed a beat, this bike. It's got some extras that normal police bikes don't have. So this one's got heated seat.
Oh, we'll come in a bit closer then, because I need to zoom in.
Yeah, I've never felt any heat coming out of it, but it has got it. So I don't know whether it's on the secondary circuit. And the secondary circuit, they've taken the extra battery out and disconnected that circuit, so it is one circuit. And it's got cruise control.
That is rare for a police bike, isn't it?
Very, very, very rare on this age of bikes, and newer. I think it's only the brand new ones that are having this as standard. Nearly every other one, you'll see this blanked. There's no cruise control at all, so it's got some extras. So what I've done since I've had it is kept it in immaculate condition. I mean, look at that.
It is really nice.
I mean, there are some bits on the bike, so if you have a look at the engine casings. Now they do suffer from a bit of corrosion, but it isn't corroded. But some of the paint has become a little bit brittle, but it's not corroded anywhere.
And that's because we're not allowed to use lead-based paints anymore.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an EU thing, wasn't it? So they have to use non-lead-based paints, and that's the problem with the corrosion.
Ah,
apparently.
I never knew that.
An engineer told me that.
Every day is a learning day, isn't it? So there's a tiny bit of paint peeling away, but it's never been an issue on the side of the other side of the engine. But it's in great. I mean, even the wheels, they've never been curbed. Nothing's ever gone wrong with the wheels. They shine up like no tomorrow. They're just really, really good. There are a couple of marks on it. So we have around the front here.
These are the original crash bars as well, because
they're all original, and you can see, look, it's never been dropped. Now, obviously, on the back, it's got all of the LED lights and stuff. They're a standard. The front lights, they're all bulbs, because that year has always had bulbs. But this is what it sounds like. We've obviously been out riding, but this is what it's like every single day to start it. It just purrs, doesn't it? Just purrs. And there's no smoke that comes out the back either. It's been fully serviced, and I've got this massive long list of all the service that the police do, and I would never buy an ex-police car because nobody looks after them. They really don't. One shift gets in them, they ride them, then the next shift gets in them, and they don't ever look after them. Bikes are very different. The bikes are often assigned to an officer or a group of officers that want to make sure that they're safe when they ride them, and they look after them. They clean them and make sure that they're looked after and they're serviced to death. So it's had lots of services because they would service far ahead of BMW's schedule, and all the stuff is all OEM stuff. They don't go to AliExpress and buy bits. They buy all of the OEM stuff from BMW and pay through the nose for it.
You can tell this has been looked after, because on these kind of bikes, on the sides of the mirrors, if the bike's been dropped, there would have been scuff marks there.
Yeah.
On the handlebars or anything like that. There's nothing like that on
at all.
either of these.
No.
Am I doing a good enough selling job for you?
You are. You are.
So that's proof it's never been dropped.
Yeah.
There's no marks on any of the bars at all.
The only little scuff is on this pannier.
That would be a long policeman getting on and kicking it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's never been on the ground, so I don't know where that's come from because it's never been scuffed. Some of these, now these two I've had repainted because there were a couple of scuffs on them. So I had them resprayed professionally. Not by me, obviously, professionally. And I've done some other bits. So underneath the hump, which also works, and this is why I'm attracted to BMW RTs, is because of an electric hump.
Oh, look at that hump.
Allows you to have all the storage you should need. So on my newer bike that I've converted into much the same sort of thing as this is why I'm getting rid of this one, I've put a frame in there so I can stack stuff. So when I go away on tour, all of my client details are in there, my folder that I take so it doesn't take anything out, any other room up. But also my toolkit, my battery starter, my tyre pumper upper, all of that sort of thing, the first aid kit, stuff that I don't want to use ever, so it just sits in there. But it's lockable, it's all locked with that button. There's a little button down the side, and underneath there's still lots of storage.
People trying to come into the bunker.
Yeah, get out. So underneath here is a big void, which is really good if you've got extras that you want to fit to the bike. So what I fitted to the bike is a Hex Easy Can. And the Hex Easy Can is running the Denali sound bomb horn. Because one thing that if you buy an ex-service bike like this, especially a BMW, this horn button is connected to all the whalers and all of the sirens. And the sirens are usually on the front of the...
They used to leave them on, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you got it was like a bullhorn.
Which is really
like
cool.
the white noise part of the siren, wasn't it?
But they take that off now. But this needs to be programmed in, and that's been programmed back in by BMW to work. The Denali sound bomb is right down in the front. I doubt whether you'd be able to see it.
Is it between the suspension lugs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the only way you can see it is if you come up underneath here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it without a light.
Yeah, I
But it's up between the two suspension strops at the bottom of the handlebar, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so the sound bomb works off the Denali sound bomb. Off the Hex Easy Can. Because
we'll get there in the end, mate.
The Denali CAN bus is a different thing. So the Hex Easy Can is what we use, and it's really simple. I think we did a video when we first did it, didn't we?
It's easier to program on a laptop.
But also connected to that is a rear-facing dash cam, which is just there, and a front-facing one just underneath the beak over here. That one there. And there were some people that were worried that this would hit here. Never had an issue. Never ever had an issue. No matter where I've been, what I've been doing. So that is a Van True F1 dash cam.
Which we did a review on.
Which we did a review on. And it was one that I bought, actually. The Innovvs are really good, but I quite like the Van True. So I got a Van True on both bikes, and I bought one for this one because I liked it that much. So that's going to stay on. But over and above the normal police spec, you also have this dashboard up here. Now, normally, the ex-police bikes, or the police bikes, have just got a flat dashboard that they screw all of their stuff on. And there's two marks, one there and one there on the screen. And that's the speed or the radio box that they screw onto the top. Bizarre, isn't it? So every time this goes down, it goes down and hits on the thing.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've replaced all of this.
This looks quite smart, that.
Yeah. So it's the same as the standard RT. And the good thing about these is the whole basis of the bike is standard RT. But what they've done is added extra circuits, extra stuff for the auxiliary circuit for the lights and things. And there's a different ratio with the gears. I think it's geared ever so slightly. The way in which the gears hold on for the length of time is a little bit different. The cruise control works as low as 9 miles an hour or something ridiculously low like that, whereas the civilian type is like 20 miles an hour or something like that. So you can hold the cruise control a lot slower. But this is all connected via OEM connections. It's all OEM. This is the sat prep, so it's exactly the same as you'd have on a GSA, a GS, RS, whatever BMW you've got that's got sat nav.
And what's that? You've got an X?
Yeah, this is not going with it. This
No,
is my
but
XT.
that's an XT2 that fits in that spot.
No, this is an XT.
XT.
Yeah, that fits in with a 3D AM mount, which is really good. We've done a video about that. But that fits in.
And that's not included?
That's not included, but it fits in really nice. Now, if you've got a BMW Navigator, it will work with your whiz wheel, all that sort of stuff. The XT obviously won't, and lots of other versions won't. And this is arguably, I mean, I really like the 23 plate RT, now RTP style that I've got, and that's why I'm going to sell this one, because there's no point me having two exactly the same bikes. I was favouring this one when I had the bulbous panniers on the newer RT. Now I've got two bikes like this, I tend to be favouring the newer one just because it's a little bit smoother. But this engine is immense. It's the 1200. But what I also like about this bike, and riding it today, I'm thinking, am I doing the right thing? Should I just keep it? But then my head is going, no, you need space in the garage. You need to do the garage up. You need the money to do the garage. You've got two bikes that are the same. Why? No, that sort of
I think
thing.
I might have said that a few months ago, but then I was shut up.
Down in flames.
Yeah.
Right, so the thing that arguably that I really like about this is these dials. They're the analog. So the new one is a big TFT screen. It still doesn't enable you to go from TFT to sat nav with your up-down buttons like the GSAs do. We showed that on the CarPlay models. But I really like the fact that this is digital. There's less to go wrong. But you see this thing here, it says RS Nottingham with a number. Well, the speedo's calibrated. So when you're doing 60 on here, you are doing 60 because it's a calibrated speedo. So when I'm going past people at 60, in a 60, and they think, well, I'm speeding, well, I'm not.
And the way to prove that is in the centre screen here, you can actually put the digital
yeah, you can.
speedo in there,
and,
and there's always different. Always
yeah.
2-3 mile an hour difference.
So that's sometimes why you see ambulances and police bikes overtaking you with no lights on when they're doing 70, but you think I'm doing 70 and they're doing 76. And we've tested it, haven't we, when we went to Scotland? Been to Scotland on this, didn't miss a beat. It's just brilliant. Now, it's done 45,315 miles. It'll go up slightly, and all of the things work. Heated grips, heated seat, although I've never felt any heat coming out of it, so I wonder whether it's on the secondary circuit, but the connections are there. You can change all of the details. The screen's vibrant, there's no water in the screen. It hasn't got the stereo and stuff, but who wants a stereo on their bike? I don't know. And then back to your RT screen, and like Mark says, you can have the digital display there if you want. I thought about keeping this bike, but because I tour so much, going abroad, trying to read kilometres an hour is so small that you open yourself up, especially because it's calibrated. If I'm doing 120k, I'm doing 120k. And over here, we've got a bit of leeway. Over in Europe, if you're doing 121k, you're speeding, and they will do you for it. So you can get it changed to kilometres per hour, but you've either got to plug in a 911 box from Hex EasyCan, which we've still got to do a video on, or BMW would change it, but you've got to change it to one, then when you finished it, change it back to miles, which is a bit of a pain. So I was going to have it changed, but that's an option for the owner. It's also had brand new tyres put on that I've done probably about 1,000 miles on, if that, and they are the Dunlop Mutant tyres, and they are without doubt the best tyres I have ever had on any motorcycle ever, bar none. Now I've got the Road Smart 4s on my other RT, but I'll be speaking to Dunlop and saying, well, next time you give us some tyres, would we be able to have Mutants, because these are exceptional. I know tyres are very subjective. Wet and dry, these are brilliant. I
absolutely love them.
They are the best tyres ever. If you haven't tried them, try them and you'll be amazed. They are just incredible. But they don't specifically make them with this model of bike in mind. And I met with Bart, the guy from Dunlop, a few months ago to talk about them. And he said, oh, what tyre pressures do you run at? And I said, well, normally it's 2.5 and 2.9 normally from the manufacturer, but I run them at 2.7. and 3.1 on the back. And he's saying, it's so nice to hear people say that and do that, because the tyre manufacturers know about their tyres. The manufacturer of the bike says that the tyres should be X amount, but the tyre people are the one that you need to listen to because they've manufactured the tyres. So running them at a higher PSI is much, much better for these tyres, and it shows. It's just incredible.
Handles better, definitely.
Yeah. I'll be sorry to see it go, but it will. I'll put the link in the description. I'm going to sell it for around 5,000.
500? I'll have it.
£5,300, something like that. Ish. Might be £5,400.
Obviously, you can pay more if you want to.
You could pay more if you want to, but this one has featured on the channel, you know, and to being totally honest, it has not let me down a single time. And in fact, on this model, it's just running out is the BMW warranty. Now, some people will be, oh, second-hand bike, no warranty. I stumbled across a bit of a gold mine, really, because when I bought this bike, I rang BMW, because on my BMWs, I've always had either the extended warranty or the warranty that comes with the bike. Without doubt, as a tour guide, with people breaking down or having an accident, BMW have been up there, if not right at the pinnacle of the people that you call, how they look after you, how they look after the bike. And I had a blowout on one of the tyres. I did a video about it, I think, in Truro, and I got recovered by BMW. But what had happened is I bought the bike, I taxed it, because you've got to change the tax class back from free to, you know, from police. They don't have to pay for it, but they have to tax it, bizarrely enough, to civilian and then pay that. Then I rang the warranty people at BMW and said, will you warranty this? Because they'll do anything up to about 80,000 miles and about 10 years old or something like that. And he said, as long as it's not owned by an authority and that it's owned by an individual and there's no emergency lights on there and it hasn't really been changed from stock, we'll warranty it. So for £400 a year, which seems a lot, but out of that £400 I got recovered because the tyre blew out and I got taken home with the bike, which I thought was brilliant. And I had a new switch gear assembly because the cruise control stopped working, which is a common thing on them. And that only happened a year and a half ago. So this has all been brand new. It's just about to run out because I'm not going to renew it for another £400 for a bike I'm not keeping. But the option is always there. So you've got a bike.
I have it on all my bikes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a bike that's done 45,000 miles that is, it's polished to death all the time. I'll get it home later and I'll clean it and I'll polish it, ready for next time to go out.
I've tried to park my bike next to it, hoping you'd polish mine, but it's never happened.
No fear. But it is an exceptional bike. 2 owners, 45,000 miles. It's a 1200 RTP, and lots of people will say the 1250 is a lot smoother, the 1300 is even smoother, and you are right. The 1200 engine is more agricultural than the 1250 or the 1300, but my God, it's an amazing bike to ride. It does everything you want and it's never missed a beat, and it runs really, really well on a tank of fuel. Probably get about 250 miles out of a tank, which is really good. Surprisingly enough, the GSAs will do further on their tank than an RT. Weird, because the RT is more aerodynamic. But
doesn't use oil?
No, and they reckon that this sort of bike should use about 1 litre every 1,000 miles, something ridiculous like that, and this hasn't used any. And no, there's no lock blocks in the engine or anything, and it's not long been serviced as well. So it's going to be a good bike for someone, and I'm going to be really, really sorry to see this go, but my head has got to rule my heart. I've already got one. So have a look in the link in the description. I'll put the eBay listing in there. I'm down in Redruth in Cornwall. So if you're over here, you can also buy it over the phone and then you could ship it all wherever you want at your cost, couldn't you? The world is your oyster. So for all those people that love these bikes, we're all in it together. These bikes are amazing, but it's going to be a good bike for somebody. But my God, has it been an incredible bike. And round Scotland, we did the Scotland 24-hour iron butt for
1,000
British
miles
Legion,
in 24
didn't we?
hours.
We did that last year But the year before, I took this one, didn't I?
Yep.
And it performed admirably, like it always has.
The weather was
has
horrible.
done. Yeah, yeah. And it's had a new battery as well, because the battery that I had in there was starting to fail a little bit. And I thought, do you know what? I'll just get another one from BMW. So it's got a new battery in there that is always plugged in on one of those BMW Optimate type things if I'm not using it. So grab yourself a bargain, something that's mildly famous. I'll say that with a pinch of salt because we're not famous, but it's been on the channel.
Mildly famous.
Well, it's been on the channel. Obviously, I've removed the RiderCamTV stickers, but should you so wish to have RiderCamTV stickers,
Throw one in.
we can throw some stickers in there if you want to buy the bike. I did think about auctioning it off and doing all these competitions like these other people are doing, but do you know what? I just want to sell the bike and make sure it's going to a nice, good home. If you buy it, you're going to have years and years of fun on it. And 45,000 miles on it is really low for one of these bikes. It's a 15 plate, 2015. Some of the blood bikes that we know have done nearly 200,000 miles and they're still going strong. Providing they're serviced regularly and properly, you haven't got anything to worry about. These are bulletproof engines. So goodbye, Barney. Is the next owner out there? Message us through our website or go and see the link in eBay and buy it and take him off my hands and show him a good time.